Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation's Voice Tower, that hub that keeps you updated on the issues pertaining to governance and as it affects the masses in Nigeria. Alright, thanks for joining us. Now, I told you earlier when I brought you updates about a purported meeting between the Bola Tinubu camp and the CJN, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, and the 7 supposed judges that are supposed to preside over the presidential elections petitions at the Supreme Court. All right, so I decided to delve into sources and make one or two discoveries, and I discovered that finally the alleged meeting is over and the outcomes are laid bare. All right, so I'm going to be availing these details to you soon. I told you earlier on that 4 judges had already aligned with Bola Tinubu to squash the case in his favor, and 3 other judges were trying to be upright. That was the update I gave to you some times ago. All right. Now, the meeting has allegedly been concluded and it is done and dusted. All right. Now, listen to the details of this meeting. The deal to get all the 7 justices to preside over the presidential elections petitions to be on Tinubu's side has allegedly been concluded. The deal is said to have been facilitated by prominent current and past judges and justices who will allegedly get over $5 million each amongst other benefits. Sources reveal that all of the 7 Supreme Court justices to preside over the presidential elections petitions have aligned with Bola Ahmed Tinubu to dismiss the petition of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi on grounds of process and technicalities, but not on the grounds of law, to avoid setting a very terrible path for repercussions for the future. Each of the 7 justices will allegedly receive a minimum of $15 million in cash, according to our source, to be moved from both the Central Bank of Nigeria and the NNPC, in addition to some other mouth-watering non-cash benefits. Now, the breaking news is, expect the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, to announce the names of the presiding judges early next week. That is the update from that meeting, okay? So I decided to bring it straight because I actually promised that I'm going to follow it up, all right? And finally, it has ended. I told you that former negotiations that were handled by the Attorney General, that is Lateef Fagbemi, were debunked, okay? I told you earlier that Ibrahim Masari was asked to step in and Lateef Fagbemi was asked to step out as regards the negotiations with the judges, all right? So that is done and dusted. We will confirm all this when the hearing begins, okay? Because if we don't take back this country now, I don't think we might finally get it back. We may end up allowing people like Bola Tinubu to spend 4 to 8 years in Aso Rock of an illegitimately gotten government, all right? And that is not what we really want at this point in time. Hence, the reason why we are calling upon all Nigerians to please make positive moves to make sure we reclaim this country. Yes, we're going to put all hands on deck to make sure we reclaim this dear country of ours. All right, on the issue of the recent appointment of Mr. Ola Olukayode as the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, there has been a development, okay? I brought you earlier updates about the fact that Ola Olukayode was appointed on the basis that don't really conform with the EFCC Act, all right, of appointing the chairman. And then that was actually seen as a joke because lots of people didn't really believe in what I said, okay? Because I had lots of inboxes, or I had lots of messages in my inbox that were alleging, or that we are asking, or that we are really trying to imply that Ola Olukayode was appointed according to the status quo and according to the EFCC Act. But I will surprise you, okay? I have one barrister, Oba Madu Abuchi, a senior advocate of Nigeria. He has come up in an interview to say that the Senate should quickly throw out the approval of Ola Olukayode as EFCC boss. All right, he indicated that the new EFCC boss has fallen short of requirements needed for him to be EFCC boss. Please stay tuned for this interview. Oba Madabuchi.
They should throw the thing out because the man is not qualified. I expect them to throw the thing out. I mean, assistant, when did he join the police? When did he join the Navy? When did he join any government security agency?
Don't you think the president may have considered the fact that, look, number one, is former secretary of the EFCC, ex-chief of staff to Magu, the chairman before Bawa, of course, first appointed in EFCC, of course, in 2016, like we pointed out earlier, and he was suspended with Magu in 2020. Well, leaving that out, really, don't you think he comes with some level of expertise?
Does he satisfy Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent? That's the first question. Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of the government security agencies. If he does not, please stop the discussion. And then, you see, when I want to think like a lawyer now, I will say, is it 15 years as an assistant commissioner of police? Because it's cognate. Is it 15 years as commissioner of police?
But for somebody who's
so then it becomes ambiguous.
Yes.
I'm happy that I'm happy you bring in that perspective, because again, it might also be a related kind of activity he's been doing even outside the EFCC before he got into the FCC.
Yes. If, for example, that's why they told you must have risen to the rank of at least assistant commissioner of police. That is why it is cognate. Cognate, we all of us know what cognate means. So if you have been a policeman, if you've been in the Navy and you've been working for years, which is not less than 15 years, and you have risen to the rank of assistant commissioner of police, you might be. But if we want to stretch it a little bit further as lawyers, we say it is that assistant commissioner of police that you must have been a commissioner for 15 years before. But, for purposes of this interview, I don't think I'll stretch it to that.
Okay, you've confirmed this, right? Yeah, it's no longer news that he has been appointed. I think it is subject to confirmation. But it's now glaring that he was appointed based on sentiments and other reasons, not based on qualifications. Because according to the EFCC Act Section 2, it spells out the requirements that someone or an individual needs to fulfill before qualifying for the seat of the chairman of the commission. All right. So this particular appointment, we don't know for what reasons. We can't say for competence because he has never held such enormous position before. The biggest we've known about him is he was the chief of staff to Ibrahim Magu, the former EFCC chairman that came before Abdulrashid Bawa. So this is just like a test sort of appointment. This is just like a trial and error sort of appointment, which is not supposed to be the basis of appointment in a government as big as that of Nigeria. All right. Now, finally, it is no longer news that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, representing Anambra South under the platform of the Young Progressive Party, has left the YPP and he has defected to the APC. Now, the All Progressive Congress have been in sort of excitement with the emergence of Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, or with the recent joining of Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. But there has been a development, all right. Now, Ifeanyi Ubah cited irreconcilable differences between himself and the party hierarchy as reasons why he left the YPP. Okay, but in a trend of events, or in a change of the trend of events, the YPP representatives and the YPP itself have come out, to refute those claims, and they have insinuated categorically that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah left the party for reasons best known to him. Okay, please stay tuned for one of the representatives for the YPP, why he addressed the issue of Ifeanyi Ubah's exit.
Okay, I think far from it, YPP is a very strong, formidable political party in Nigeria. It's among the top 5 political parties in Nigeria, and I can tell you that with all sense of responsibility. And if Senator Ifeanyi decides to leave the party, it will only make the party stronger, not weaker. He may have left for reasons best known to him, which he actually spelled out in his statement, and we are not averse to it. It's within his fundamental right to be able to move from one party to another. Of course, in our constitution, there's freedom of movement, and but I would say that the party also reserves the right to be able to protect our image. And I would say we do not have issues with Senator Ifeanyi, and the party is firm, the party is strong, hence we had to refute that statement. We're very categorical, and we said he may have left for reasons best known to him, but that we're having differences in the party is definitely not one of them, and we stand by that, and we will continue to defend that. So the party is stronger than ever. We are moving, we are re-examining our options, and at the right time, the party will unfold array of activities that would also see us take some measures that will be communicated to the public very soon. Yes, you see, it all depends. Yes, in this part of the world, perception is everything. I quite agree with you. And which is what we are trying to correct, that erroneous perception that the party may have had a kind of altercation with senator that may have warranted that he left the party. And YPP is the most peaceful political party. You are a reporter, that man, and you also have a way of carrying out your own investigations. And you know what, YPP has got the least litigation compared to other political parties. And if there's one thing leadership of YPP has done over the years is in managing all our candidates, members, and supporters in such way and manner that even if there will be any form of how would I call it, departure, it will be in the most peaceful and friendly manner. And I will tell you that the party remains strong, and Imo and Kogi, where we are actually contesting, I want to tell you that they understand these intrigues. They understand Nigerian politics. They understand that we are living in a dysfunctional system, and the way things operate, we are all product of the system. So what the decision of an individual should not affect a collective decision of those who already have made up their mind to say this is where they are voting.
Okay, you've watched it there, and he was explaining the reasons why he feels Ifeanyi left the party. If you ask me, I will tell you what I would say. The party has their own image to protect. The party has its dignity to protect. Ifeanyi has his own political career and his own dignity to protect. All right. So not until you call the two parties involved and listen to each other's sides of the story, then you will not be able to fathom. But if you would ask me, I would say that Ifeanyi wants to save his political career. All right. There are lots of things happening behind the scenes in lots of political parties that you may not know, or that you and I may not know. All right. And then Ifeanyi has been the national leader of the party for a very, very long while now. So for him to come up at this stage in time, or at this point in time, to leave the party, there must have been irreconcilable differences, okay? And maybe there are conflicts of interest, and that is the more reason why there will be such a very, very important defection. Whether the YPP want it or not, the YPP would really suffer a sort of setback from the exit of Senator Ifeanyi. Thank you for staying tuned with us. I hope you enjoyed our updates together. I would like to urge you, please like our videos, share them don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. And if you're watching me for the first time, don't forget to tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that when I drop a new update, you will be among the first people to get that update. See you next time. Bye.